like Caitlin Clark could be definitely signing with Project B. Guys,
So, we could be looking at the biggest signing in the history of women's sports, and it's getting very real. The proof, it's right there in a co-founder's Instagram follows. We're talking about Caitlin Clark possibly going to this new league, Project B, which is backed by Saudi money. The numbers are adding up, and the timing just feels way too perfect. This really isn't just a rumor anymore. The evidence is starting to pile up, but before we get into all that, I got to know what you think. Do you believe she's actually going to take a deal like this? Go ahead and drop your answer down in the comments.
next season. Now, something that stuck out to me that someone sent me, shout out to the homeboy Mike over at Twitter, is this CEO and co-founder of Project B. This guy right here is a serious businessman. He's not just the internet guy. He's a serious guy and somebody you definitely want to pay attention to. Now, what did I tell y'all about Project B? I told y'all Project B was going to be the tide to lift all boats when it comes to women's basketball. Similar to how Caitlin Clark was. When Caitlin Clark came, it was a big splash. That's how this Project B is.
All right, let's talk about what's really going on here, because there's so much garbage and clickbait flying around. I'm not here for that fake drama that a lot of channels push just to get views. I want to give you the real story, the stuff you can actually use. That's the difference, you know. So, here's the thing about Project B that so many people are missing. This isn't some sketchy crypto deal or a random internet company that's going to disappear in a few months. We are talking about serious money from the Middle East backing a completely legitimate women's basketball league. And what's more, their business model is actually built to succeed. This isn't a fantasy. It's a real business with a solid foundation and investors who know exactly.
Now, he stated one of the co-founders of the new league is following Caitlin Clark. See the pictures below. This is interesting. So I'm like, let me see. Let me head on over here to to Instagram. So I noticed, I said, Grady Burnett, who's this guy? Project B co-founder. He's followed by Project B Global. No one in the WNBA is following this guy. But who is he following? And as we pull up his following list, let me blow this all over.
Let me break this down for you. The co-founder, let's call him Grady Bennett, isn't some random guy on the internet just trying things to see what works. He's a legitimate businessman. He gets sports, he gets investing, and he really gets what women's basketball needs to finally take off. He's not just throwing cash at a problem and hoping for the best. This is a calculated, strategic, and well-thought-out plan. And if you know how these kinds of deals go down, you know what it means when a league's co-founder starts following certain players on social media, and here's where it gets good. Grady only follows around 120 people. That's a hand-picked list. He's very intentional. And guess who just showed up on that list? Caitlin Clark. And it's not just her. Sophie Cunningham is on there now, too. Jewel Lloyd also got the follow. These are not coincidences, and we're not talking about old follows from last year. These just happened. That's current activity, and that's exactly the kind of detail that tells you something big is about to happen.
At this point in time, it doesn't seem like anybody can compete with Project B. They are getting, reportedly, 7-figure salaries, okay? And I'm sure that number will go up big time for players like Caitlin Clark. And we don't know yet if they've made her an offer, but I'm sure you would be absolutely crazy for Project B to not go after Caitlin Clark. We talked about this ages ago. I was like, if Project B gets Caitlin Clark, it's...
So, what does an Instagram follow really mean when we're talking about a huge league signing? It means everything. Absolutely everything. If you're the co-founder of a league that's about to make massive announcements, you don't just follow specific players for no reason. You're not just scrolling through your phone late at night because you're bored. Every single move is strategic. It's a message, and get this, nobody in the WNBA is following this guy back. Not Breanna Stewart, not Jewel Lloyd, nobody from the establishment. But the players who might be thinking about a move? He's all over them. He's building his network with specific targets who have huge platforms and massive earning potential. Think about Caitlin Clark. She's not just another great player. She's a generational talent who completely changed college basketball, shattered ratings records, and sold out arenas. She made people who never watched women's basketball tune in. That's the kind of player who can change a league overnight. Project B isn't trying to be a WNBA copycat. They're building something different, something better, with serious international money behind it. They understand the issue with the women's game was never the talent. It was the investment. And the marketing. They're here to prove women's basketball can be a multi-billion-dollar global industry, and Caitlin is the key, and let's be real, it comes down to money. The WNBA max salary doesn't even come close to what Project B can offer. We're talking about a life-changing, family-treeing amount of money. And as for the Saudi Arabia angle, money is a tool. If they're using it to create real opportunities and pay these women what they're worth, that's what matters. The timing is also perfect. Caitlin's in her off-season thinking about her future, and this public follow is an intentional message. If she signs, imagine the domino effect. Every star in the WNBA is going to be taking their calls. Even NBA players are watching this. When you put all the pieces together, the specific follows, the timing, the strategy, it looks like a classic pre-announcement signal. Could I be wrong? Sure. But it feels like the real deal. I think a massive announcement is coming from Project B that will change the entire conversation. With their global vision and financial structure, they can offer Caitlin a platform bigger than anything the WNBA can provide. And adding Sophie Cunningham to the mix would give them incredible star power right from the jump. The bag is coming for women's basketball, and this feels like the moment it all changes. The evidence is just too strong to ignore. But I want to hear from you. Is Caitlin taking the deal? Hit that like button if you think this is a revolution for women's hoops, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss what happens next.